lastly, when we reliably provide safety, when we see them emotionally, and then when we soothe them in times of need, they're able to then rely on that safe and secure attachment.
That's so cool. Just 4 basic things. And it's messy. I mean, it's like the coach says, okay, guys, you should go to church on Sunday. Well, it may mean the coach has to go bang on the door, which I've done many times, go in the house, get in, yank the covers off and say, buddy, throw on your pants, throw on your clothes. We're going to church, right? I mean, this is like life on life. This is getting into life with young people who may not have had a parent figure. They may not have had a godly parent to nurture them, to put them through good discipline.
That's right. And the beautiful thing about Siegel's research is he really talks about this one word, which is called neuroplasticity, which means that our brains can be developed and they can change over time. So even if somebody is going through the ringer and maybe they feel lost or they feel anxious or they feel depressed, that is not the end all be all, right? I think the beautiful thing about
we were with Rusty LaRue, NBA great, Wake Forest All-American, played 3 sports, scholarship athlete, grew up with a dad as a Marine, and he says, it's funny, he says, I could play for Bobby Knight or any of those guys. He says, I lived with Bobby Knight for 18 years. But he did say something very powerful when he spoke, Baller Nation, about you miss a couple shots, you could be cut from the team. He was cut from NBA teams before he got to the Bulls in the Last Dance. But Baller Nation, talk about what he said about how God's grace is there for you no matter how many shots you missed.
Yeah, he really talked about how God's grace is there, and it doesn't matter how many points you score, but it ultimately matters that Jesus is number one in your life. And so it's just a great blessing to have Rusty and have him speak the other night of just how performance, you don't have to perform. You can just trust in Jesus, and there's grace in the middle of it.
Yeah, Baller Nation, John Perry, you're ambassador of Truth Network, Truth Warrior ambassador. You're also coaching on the college level, assistant coach at Carolina University, and you're one of the guys that helped bring Zach Clinton here to get him. And what's it like having a guy like him come and talk to your players, share the gospel with them last year? Powerful. I was there. What's it like to have him and give a word about how important this is?
Yeah, it's so important having Zach come to the team, just having a new perspective, a different voice for the guys to hear on the team. I mean, we got 38 guys who are ready and hungry for the gospel, and they really just, it's always, like Zach says, it's a struggle as a coach to reach these guys sometimes, and it's just nice to have somebody with a fresh perspective and just the amazing things that he's done throughout his life and with his dad. It's just incredible.
Zach, what do you say to these kids? You're going to go talk to the whole basketball team, the college basketball team. You're going to talk in just a couple hours. You talk to all these guys. You work with a lot of Liberty University coaches and teams. I've met athletes that you've just been a brilliant impact in their life.